Now done third problem. So on that you can write as usually question number 27. This was asked in June 2018. By using elementary operations, find the inverse of the matrix. Matrix A he has given as 3, -1, -4, 2. Okay, so proceed the solution for this problem. So first we can mention the given data, whatever the so A has given, you write it with the along with the order of that. Okay, so that it is A matrix A is equals to it has given as 3, -1, next -4, 2. So what is the order of this? Yesterday the order of Paramananda. What is the order of this one? It is that is 2 by 2 it is. What he has asked? He has asked to find out the inverse of A. Okay. Next ಏನು assume ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ? You are going to assume the that is identity matrix I is equals to you are going to assume that is as 1 0, next is 0 1 it is. Mention its order. Okay, mention its order also, that is 2 1 2. Using so that elementary row operation we shall proceed. By using elementary row operation. So then that is already we were solved yesterday. So few problems. So using that equation, that is A is equals to IA. Substitute the value of A here. So that A it is there as that is 3 -1, next is -4 2. Then put the value of I here, that is 1 0 0 1. Then this A you can write as it is. Once you return this much, then what is the next step? So next step is to make this as a 1 and this as 0, this also be 0 and this is 1. That way you have to think and try to make that as a, so that is this 3 is there, that has to become as 1. This -4 is there, it has to become as 0. Next -1 is there, this has to become as a 0. And this 2 is there, it has to come out as a 1. So to make this as a 1, very easy to divide by 2. That is multiplying this R2, that is what 1 by 2 into R2 if you do, then you are going to get this as immediately 1, and thereafter it is going to come out as that is -2. How it is you can see here. I am going to do applying R2 changes to 1 by 2 times of so R2. Why have taken 1 by 2? All of you got it. That is here is 2. If I multiply this 2 as a 1 by 2, then it is going to come out as a 1. For that reason, I taken that R2 changes to 1 by 2 R. So which row you are not changing at all? Evad row what change ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ರಿ? Here
first row sir.
Okay, here okay, you are changing second row means first row as it is we have to write it. You are not changing that. So that's why we are going to write it as it is. Yes. Once you return that, so go to that now second row. So you see this equation, accordingly this you can make that correction. Okay, R2 changes to 1 by 2 times of R2. R2 it means here it is there -4. So that is 2 1s 2 2s, that it is going to come out as -2 here. Okay, similarly you can do for this one. 2 is here, that 1 by 2 into 2 This
1 by 2.
2 is 1. Okay. Next, here also we can do for this. So 1 by 2. Next, R2 is nothing but the 0 is here. 0 into anything, it is 0 only. Okay, next, here is 1 R2. That 1 by 2 into R2 is 1. That it is going to come out as 1 by 2. That here I am going to write as 1 by 2. Once you have done this, we are going to erase this. Okay. So mute multiplier permanent. So this whatever the calculation you have done, that is so no use at all. Just somebody they are going to do in their mind itself, or else in rough you have to do it. Here that is not required. So we made this as a 1. Next step is to make this as a 1, this as 0, this also be 0. So for that, so if we apply another row 1, you can think row 1 concerned to the row 1. How does it possible? So here 3 is there, minus 2 is row 2. Then R1 plus R2 if you do, then automatically it is going to come out as a 1. Because 3 minus 2 it is 1. Next here is minus 1, here is plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 if you do, again it is going to come out as a 0. So for that reason, I am going to applying R1 changes to,
Changes to
now
R1,
it is R1 plus R2 it is. Okay.
R2.
Which row you are not changing at all? Ever row what change?
Second row, sir.
Second row.
Second row changes.
Okay, you have to write it first. Yes, you return it. Go to now row 1. Accordingly, this equation you can change it. So R1 it is there as a 3. Next plus R2. Here is minus 2. R2 is this. Here only it is there now. So that is minus 2. Then it is going to come out as a 1. That you can write it here. Next, if you come for this one here, R1 is minus 1 it is there. Next plus R2 other ಕೆಳಗಡೆನೆ below that. So plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 it is 0. Okay sir. Then what about this here? We do the for this one. R1 is 1 plus R2 is below that it is 0. That it is 1. Okay, next. What about this? R1 is 0 plus what is the R2 value here? Below that it is there as 1 by 2. Then 0 plus 1 by 2, again 1 by 2 only. Okay, this is 1 by 2. So once you have done this much, then you erase this whatever rough work you have done here, that I am going to remove. Next sir, just remaining term, this is the minus 2 is there, that has to become as a 0. How does it possible to make it as 0? You can see over there. So here I am going to applying R2 changes, whatever the R2 is there, plus here minus 2 is there, here is plus 1. So minus 2, that means here 2 times of R1 if I take, automatically it is going to come out as 0. That's why I am going to choose that R2 changes to R2 plus 2 times of R1. Okay. So which row you are not changing at all? First of all, you can tell it to me, please.
First row, sir.
First row means
Right.
1, 0. Next here is 1, 1 by 2. Okay. Here A you are going to write as it is. Next, accordingly this you can change that. How it is going to come out. So that R2 is minus 2 plus 2 times of R1 above here, that is 1 minus 2 plus 2, that it is 0. Yes, we got it as 0 here. Next, for this, similarly you can do that exercise here, that is 1, R2 is 1 here, plus 2 into that R1 is 0. Next 1 plus 0, that is 1 only. Yes. Next you do for this one also. Here 0 is the R2 plus 2 times of R1. So 2 times of R1 is 1 here. That it is 0 plus 2. That it is 2. Okay, write that 2 here. Next go to the this 1 by 2. Okay, for that, so I am going to write it here. That concern to the 1, that R2 is 1 by 2 plus 2 times of what it is, R1 is 1 by 2. So take out the LCM, whatever LCM it is going to come out. That LCM it is 2. So here 1 plus 2, that after simplification it is going to come out as 3 by 2 it is. Okay, I am going to write it here 3 by 2. So you remove this whatever the so work you have done here for the simplification. Anyway, you obtain that I on this side. Okay, you got the identity matrix on LHS side. Once you got the identity matrix, that is I on a LHS side, that process you have to stop and write that A inverse. Whatever the value you have got here, that will be the A inverse. That A inverse it is 1, 1 by 2, next is 2, next is 3 by 2. Order of this it is 2 by